Wes, I apologize. It's Candy.
They don't know you a real silly Philly bitch that get down.
Sorry, why Candy Muse?
I just know who I spoke to a lot in this house who kind of just wasn't talking to me or paying me any mind.
All that. You're a sorry excuse for man sitting there with your pink fur coat on, looking like a fucking prolapsed asshole waiting to get pushed back inside. That is exactly why Nicki Minaj left your ass, you and I hope that I get eliminated. Bitch, because if I don't, you are the next bitch out of this fucking house. Now clock that, T, bitch.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about House of Villains Season 2, Episode 1. And, I mean, like I said, from Season 1, I'm definitely a fan of the show. I love the concept. The cast, I'm iffy on for Season 2, but, you know, I'm not mad at it. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flame. And if you wanna play with me, you can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
Y'all, so my voice is a little bit raspy this morning because I went out last night. I went to a dope ass event with some of my coworkers and some of my homegirls, and it was so fun. If you ever been to the Bullpen in DC, you already know the vibes. It's always gonna be fun. There's always an event going on, so I definitely recommend highly. But let's get into the video. So the cast, right? New York, she came back from Season 1. I guess she was very meme worthy, so they brought her back. New York is definitely a villain, and you know, she did leave a little bit early, but I definitely feel like Tanisha and Omarosa picked up the torch and kept it going. Okay, so this season they brought Wes from The Challenge, and he was on Real World Austin, I believe. Teresa Giudice from The Housewives of New Jersey, Jesse from Big Brother, Richard from Survivor, who I don't know that much about. I'm not really a big Survivor head, but Veronica, do not know her from The Bachelor by any means. Larissa, 90 Day Fiance, do not know her by any means. Camilla from Bad Girls Club, yes.
Whoop 'em, Camilla. Whoop 'em. Hit her with the shoe. Pay less.
Camilla's that girl. She was the original replacement to ever come in and really run the house. She did her big one. Shout out to Camilla. And she was on Baddies. You know, Rolly, she did, you know, bounce the Mario coins out your skull, girl. I'm not condoning violence, but to each his own. Camilla, I'm still a major fan of yours. Safari from Love and Hip Hop, and also Safari from, you know, he's the ex of Nicki Minaj. And last but not least, Miss Candy Muse. I am very much, you know, a fan of Candy. I use her memes all the time. I'm definitely a fan of Candy. Candy was definitely a villain on her season with her little clique with Gottmik and Tina Burner. Candy is definitely a villain. Candy knows how to put the words together. Candy knows how to, you know, kind of so that she can read. You know, I'm not too bad at her, you know, twitches on. Her and Tamisha, baby, she did her big one. I said, hold on, because Candy was really about to go there, but Tamisha, where she had a colostomy bag. Girl, what was going to do?
I said, if you don't have star quality,
Baby.
get the out of here.
Too much.
Coming. Queen HBIC, as it is mother.
Everybody come to the house, and you know, there's actually a 11th celebrity on the show. Monica from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Girl, I said, who the fuck is this? This sounds familiar. Monica. Now, Monica is a true villain. A true villain. I would give her that, girl. You have and you know, I won't say I don't like Monica. I've definitely ran her name through the mud with the whole Jen situation. Two things can be right at the same fucking time. Jen is in jail for scamming old people out of millions of dollars. You're still a weirdo bitch for doing what you did. I can give Monica her credit that she was literally the MVP of this season, but two things can be right at the same time. I feel like she should come back. I feel like she should get a raise. I feel like she was the MVP, but she is still a weirdo bitch. Period.
I said what I said.
Because Jen was a weirdo and Monica was a weirdo. But girl, get your bag. I'm not mad at that. Do what you gotta do, girl. Solidarity for the women. Everybody comes into the house, and you know they're meeting. You know they're trying to figure out. You know there's one more bed. Who's who? Blah blah blah. You know it's real cute. Nothing too crazy. You know Camilla's meeting people. Wes is meeting people, and I feel like everyone should try to take out Wes, but they're not going to because Wes, you know, to his own. But Wes is like Johnny Bananas from last season. He does this. This was his career to do challenges. Like, this man is a strategical mastermind. And I don't want to give him too much, but I have to. Like, he's a multiple challenge winner. He ran multiple finals. Like, girl, you got to give him that. And them finals don't be like, oh, girl, we about to go in here and do a little obstacle course. Girl, these are miles and days long. I would love to play the challenge. Love. Scout me. Oh, they hear the door open, the fingers clicking. And who is it? New York walking to the building. They said, why is she here? She back? What's going on?
Again? Well, hello, gorgeous. Thank you very much.
So New York's like, yes, the HYC is in the room. You know how New York be doing her stuff. So they're like, you know, there's another room. You can go get that room. So she go upstairs. She said, I feel like this is my old room. I feel like this is my old room, right? So she see Teresa and Camilla's bags, right?
I feel it. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right.
New York goes downstairs. She's like, hey, Teresa, can I talk to you? Because, you know, Victoria already let her know, like, girl, you know, this is Teresa and Camilla's room. You know, it's too much. You know, Camilla was fighting girls over beds. She was throwing bitches' bed down the stairs. She was ripping girls' hair out. Rest in peace to, you know, Mimi. But the thing was, she went out and she was like, Teresa, you're an icon. You have an iconic hairline. So I said, girl, what? But she was just like, you know, this room is a room that symbolizes my strength. It symbolizes my time, season 1.
I want your room.
You're saying you want to share a room with me? You a household name. Yeah. Well, hold on.
So, you know, Teresa just like, oh, I mean, I'm not leaving, but you can ask Camilla. So she goes upstairs. She starts moving like people's bags. I'm just like, girl, don't touch my stuff. Because even me, like, girl, don't touch my shit. We already know that this show is very camp down. But don't touch my shit. Because we could turn it from camp to beat down.
She's moving Camilla's stuff off the bed?
Well, it's not, you can't touch it. You can ask. Okay, all right. I don't think Tiffany has been in the house for, 5 minutes and she's already stirring the pot?
Just saying, I don't condone violence, but. So Camilla goes upstairs. She's like, you already know how people get when they mess with the beds, mess with the shoes. I'm like, Camilla, girl, you're on prime time. Calm it down. So she goes upstairs. She's like, look, I'm not one of them. Like, you're not gonna move my stuff. It is what it is. So New York's like, look, I'm not about to fight over a bag. You know, it is what it is. I'm the HBIC. I'm not about to fight over a bag. So she was just like, Camilla was like, you know what?
I'm not gonna come in here and fight over a fucking bed. And you know I don't never give up my space. But
you know what I'm gonna do?
You want to start a alliance?
She said, you watch out for me, I'll watch out for you. If I let you get this bed. Really? Cool, girl. You can have it because I'm the princess, you're the queen.
the princess to my queen of reality, I will give you the bed to be with Teresa. But under one condition, you have to save me.
So they hug, and New York's like, I said, okay. New York is definitely going to be, I feel like she's going to be in her villain bag a lot more, especially after some of the stuff that happened in this show. So, you know, we hear about the first challenge, and everybody's like, oh my God, the first challenge, you better win some money. Oh yes, woo 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 woo.
To find out which one of you is the best worst person who is good at being bad.
So they all go to this disclosed location, and it's like they're all in prison, like jumpsuits, and you know, he throws shade at Richard and Teresa because they both been to jail. Teresa's like, I've been to camp. Girl, you been to jail. Like, you can say it to your kids, not to us, we grown. So they basically, they're gonna be split 5, 2 teams of 5, and basically they're gonna be in jail cells. The first person has to break themselves out of the jail cell. Then they have to go to the next room to break them out. And then both persons go to the third room and break them out. And then on and on and on. So within each room, there is a fuck you switch. I think it's like a FU switch. And that if anybody flips the FU switch, they're automatically immune for nomination. Everybody's like, girl, you know, at the FU switch, ooh, ooh, ooh. But who would do that? Because, girl, I'm trying to compete. Don't play with me. And we're going to get to it. So the groups are, I think the groups are First one, they had to, so Jesse and Safari in the first one, and they had to punch through drywall, or they had to screw like the vent off. They had to punch through drywall to get through the next room. Safari blasted through. Jesse with them big old hands and the big old chest. I was like, "What, Jesse? You might not be good at the challenges. Like, what's going on? Because you used to be a competition beast back in Big Brother, but you just know." They get to the next room, and they're trying to get themselves out. They get to the third room.
I just heard get down on your knees, and that's something that's never been said in prison before.
New York is not even helping on her side, and the other team is just going, and New York is not even helping. I'm just like, girl, what are we doing? So she just, and I feel like she's just doing this as theatrics, because I'm like, girl, you're not really panicking, because you're not, like, the fuck?
If I call that F you lover, I have immunity.
So she flips the switch, and now she's over here in the corner in the field position trying to act like, oh my God, I'm so scared. So now they got to freeze for 60 seconds while the other teams keep going. And mind you, we get to the end of they get to the last one, and it's like a puzzle, and they have to figure out, you know, the puzzle. So Jesse's over here frantic, and he's just going back and forth, when the missing digits, because they have to use the numbers to get themselves out of the combination.
Keep going. Sorry, it's one of these. Oh, I see it. You use a black light. It's on the ground.
So the missing digits was on basically Jesse's chest. It was his number, the prison number. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? But the other team won. So literally they lost because of Jesse in New York.
Thing comes down to the backs.
We would have won. We were so ahead.
Well, between New York's minute.
As a competitor and being very competitive as I am, I would have put both of them bitches up because y'all pissed me off. But you can't put up New York because she's already immune. So, so to get back, they have to figure out who's going to be, you know, the HBIC of the week, the head villain in charge, you know, villain supreme. So they all pick Safari, which I don't think was a good idea. But you know, it's the first one. People don't know what it was, like. So Safari has to pick 2 people to go on the little mini date or whatever. Not mini date.
Although I worked really hard, Safari started us off, and Safari and Wes were going in and really helping.
But he picked Wes and Jesse. I want to talk about that real quick. Jesse fucked it up for his team, but they brought over Jesse. Larissa caught it with her big old titties. She was just like, okay, he's sneaky, because why are you pulling over somebody that's not even on our team? But to each his own. So when they go off for this mini situation, they're over here talking and conspiring, saying, you know what, if we put somebody out from our team, we have somebody that is like who we want out, and we have somebody that, you know, is going to be like a fall guy, blah, 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 woo. So they all just like, cool. So Safari, he gets crowned, you know, HBIC Man of the Hour. He sits down and he starts nominating for the hit list. So who's on his hit list? So the first one on his hit list was Larissa, and then Victoria.
The first villain you are pissing off today.
I want to say that.
Now Victoria this whole time has been flirting with Safari, and girl, if you try to get I heard something, but they're like, if you trying to, she's trying to flirt with him and trying to get on his good side, girl, it ain't work. So he put up Larissa and Victoria. The last one, they try to make it seem like it's going to be a pawn, but I'm like, who are we trying to get out between Larissa and Victoria? They put up Candy, baby. Candy was already gobsmacked, and he was just like,
Wes, I apologize. It's Candy.
Really? So Candy, you know, she did her big one. She said, first of all, you a lying ass piece of shit. Nobody trusts you. Look at you over here thinking you all cool with your over here situation. Bitch, you are a fucking liar. That's why Nick Minaj left your ass.
You prolapse asshole waiting to get pushed back inside. That is exactly why Nicki Minaj left your ass, you sorry ass man. And
Candy was really irritated. I was not mad. But my whole thing is y'all mad, but y'all know this is the name of the game. But it is what it is. I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna be reviewing episode 2. I think it just came out. I saw on my DVR, so I just want to get this out. But who y'all think is gonna be the first to go home? It might be Candy. I feel like Candy is a bigger threat out of the 2, clearly. But I don't think out of the 2 they can win the hit list challenge. So it can go either way. But y'all, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Pete. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop a jolly break your ear here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This sour candy all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye-bye.